Hi guys! So we snorkeled at Silfra, which is the water in the gap between the Eurasian and North American plates in Iceland. We got suited up, which was quite the ordeal. We had these warm onesies on underneath. They had to put baby powder on where our hands and heads went through to help us slip in, and we put a watertight dry suit on top of that. And by the end we were covered from head to toe. We were in Iceland in early May, which was great because it was only about 10 degrees Celsius, or 50 degrees Fahrenheit, so we didn't get super hot in all the gear like we might in the summer. They put straps around our wrists and our neck to make sure that no water would get in and it would stay airtight. The ones around the neck felt really tight at first, but we got used to them, and once we were in the water, we didn't notice them at all.
So look like you're being choked. I feel like I'm being choked. I look like I'm being choked.
Once we were all suited up, we walked about 5 or 10 minutes to the entry point, which feels like quite a bit in all that gear. Our tour guide sprayed anti-fog in our masks and helped us put them on, and then we made our way in. Iceland is on a divergent boundary, which means that these two tectonic plates are moving away from each other at a rate of 2 to 3 centimeters per year, which is about an inch. The water was absolutely crystal clear, and although there was little to no flora or fauna, the rock formations and sheer depth were something to behold. The only parts of us that weren't covered by the dry suit were our hands and our face. For our hands we had neoprene gloves, but they weren't watertight. Our tour leader advised us to not take our face out of the water too much once we were in, because the goal was just to let your face go numb. If you lift your head out of the water, the wind could make the sting of the cold even worse. Because we were wearing dry suits, we naturally floated, so all we had to do was gently kick our feet to move along. The gloves worked by trapping a thin layer of water inside, which would warm up with our body heat. Keeping your hands still was really important so that you weren't introducing new cold water into the gloves. Unfortunately, since Mom had the camera, she had some pretty freezing fingers by the end. The snorkel through was about 20 or so minutes, and then the gap opened up into an area that we could explore for a while. They called this bit the Icelandic Bahamas because the water is so blue and the sand is so white. Finally, we got out and made the walk back to drop off our gear. Our faces were so numb from the cold that our lips were all swollen for a few minutes after we got out, which you can see on Mom here. Thank you so much for watching, and be sure to like and subscribe.